So the Arizona Wildcats lose their game today against the Cal Bears. The final score: Arizona Wildcats 58, the California Golden Bears 60. It was funny because the Arizona Wildcats were all season were having a really hard time with free throws and trying to make free throws. I mean, I think we were shooting maybe 60% or 55% from free throw land, so just shooting not very well from free throw percentage. Our free throw percentage was really, really bad. And tonight, the Arizona Wildcats, just to show you how crazy things are, made every single one of their free throws. So they shot 100% from free throw land, and it was mostly due to the fact that Caleb Trzeski made every single one of his free throws. He shot 12 free throws tonight. So that means that he was able to get fouls or get fouls from other people, get other people in foul trouble. Richard Solomon from the Cal Bears was their big man. He ended up with 12 points, and he was doing really, really good. But he got into foul trouble, and whenever he got into foul trouble, then things got scary. So they had to look somewhere else, and so Richard Solomon, and he had four fouls, and whenever you have four fouls, and you don't rebound as hard offensively and defensively. But David Kravish from the Cal Bears stepped up, and he had 11 rebounds. I'm trying to see who got the most offensive rebounds. Well, I know that David Kravish from the Cal Bears had the most offensive rebounds, but the thing is I kind of knew this was going to be a tough game because the Arizona Wildcats were kind of going down hill as the games progressed, as the season progressed, as the season went on, and so whenever we were so close against whenever the Arizona Wildcats were so close against Utah, and then this last game, whenever they were really close against Stanford, they had to the Arizona Wildcats had to pull it out in the last second, a minute and a half of the game. They were able to survive that game, but this one was hard because this one was even harder because most of the University of Arizona Wildcats players have always been fairly injury-free most of the season. Nick Johnson from the Arizona Wildcats had a little bit of foot trouble, and so he would get iced every once in a while, but I never really saw. And I saw Gabe York had some injuries also, but that wasn't too big of a big deal. But anyway, so Brendan Ashley tore up his foot tonight. He was about 2 minutes into the first half, 2 minutes into the game, and Brendan Ashley had an injury. I think he rolled his foot, came down on his foot, and rolled it. That's one of the things about if you weren't playing at your best, if you weren't playing quick, rapid, sharp passes and being very consistent with each other whenever you're playing, with your other teammates, then you start to be lackadaisical, and then whenever that happens, then you are more susceptible to injuries. And one of the things, I can't say that Brandon Ashley was being lackadaisical. I don't think he was, but as the games have gone on, then I think that the guys have let down their guard more and more and more to the point where today, where they lost the game against the Cal Bears. But Brendan Ashley, he was pulled out of the game with about 2 minutes, after about 2 minutes of playing in the first half. So he didn't make any more contributions. But then Nick Johnson usually is the high scorer for the Arizona Wildcats. He usually scores about more or less 20 points every single game, and they knew his number today. They knew they rang his bell pretty good. So Nick Johnson, they contained him, and by containing him, he only got 4 points tonight. So for the difference between 4 points and 20 points is huge, especially whenever you are keeping Nick Johnson under wraps. So and I was really nervous about how Justin Cobbs was going to do for the Cal Bears, because Justin Cobbs is the one that brought them back and made them made it possible for them to tie up ASU in the last game. So whenever the Cal Bears tied up the ASU Sun Devils, the reason why they were able to come back in that game, I think they were down by 16 points or something like that. The Cal Bears were down by 16 points at one point, and then whenever they came back, they were able to come back because of just the dribble penetration and the drives and the pass off a little. I think there was a couple threes that were knocked down. I don't think they were by Cobbs, but he did some layups, and he did some dribble penetrations, and they were just awesome. And what do you know? Justin Cobbs was the one that knocked down the field goal within the last final seconds of the game, and won the game for the Cal Bears tonight. So, hopefully, I don't know if we're going to play Cal again this season, but we might play them in the Pac-12 tournament. Let's see who else contributed big tonight. I mean, Justin Cobbs made 19 points tonight, and he was the highest scorer of everybody. Caleb Tarzewski, the center for the University of Arizona Wildcats, 18. But like I said, 12 of them were, free throws. The amount of rebounds, did the Arizona Wildcats out-rebound the Cal Bears? Yes, they did. The Arizona Wildcats had 41 rebounds, and the Cal Bears had 32. So the rebounds were in Arizona's favor. The Arizona Wildcats had a bunch of rebounds. In fact, they had 14 offensive rebounds compared to the Cal Bears, which only had 5. So they were saying that was something that was really important, the amount of rebounds, and I think that was something that we wanted to improve on, because the Arizona Wildcats have been either having the equal amount of rebounds or not not out rebounding the opposing team the last few games. So it was something that was very important. One thing that was a big thing tonight was T.J. McConnell only had, well, shoot, he didn't have any assists whatsoever, and he is a huge assist person. He is the one that gets the most assists for the whole University of Arizona Wildcats. So they were able to keep T.J. McConnell under wraps also, and he had 0 assists. The person that had the most assists was, well, you know, the freshman phenom Aaron Gordon. So that was something that was interesting to see. Let's see, anybody that was in foul trouble? Well, Nick Johnson was in foul trouble. Nick Johnson had 5 turnovers. Mike Montgomery for the Cal Bears is just a very smart coach. He knows where your weaknesses are. He knows what to look for as far as how to beat your team. And so Mike Montgomery said, well, concentrate. He probably said, well, concentrate on Nick Johnson so that he doesn't go off. He only made 1 out of 14 tonight from field goal percentage. So, and he made 0 out of 5 from three-point land. So they did a really good job of containing him, of containing Nick Johnson, and they also did a really good job of not allowing T.J. McConnell to get assists to anybody, and that's his bread and butter. That makes him feel good about himself, and you know, makes him compete, allows him to compete as a player. But you know, it was interesting to see what was going to happen whenever Brendan Ashley from the Arizona Wildcats was out, and now we saw. You really couldn't have had a better. It was a perfect storm for Mike Montgomery in the Cal Bears, because you know, with Brendan Ashley out, and then you know, really containing Nick Johnson and T.J. McConnell, and not letting them do some of the things that they really are consistent at doing and really wonderful at doing. You change the tide big time, and so the Arizona Wildcats lose. So now they are the final score: Arizona Wildcats 58 to the Cal Golden Bears 60.